Live on Sunday at 3. Don't miss our exclusive coverage of the Littlewoods Cup semi-final clash between Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. After the 1-1 draw in the first leg, can the third division hopefuls from Bristol rob Brian Clough's top-class lineup of a place in the Wembley final? Find out on Sunday at 3. Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest in the Littlewoods Cup, live and only on ITV. Starting on Sunday, a new way of life.
It's like being in a time warp.
John Alderton and Pauline Collins in a new family drama, Forever Green.
Next, snooker from Derby, the Anglian Windows British Open.
Companies like IBM, Wimpy, Sainsbury's, Pilkington, Ferranti International and ICI are committed to employment training. So let's train the workers without jobs to do the jobs without workers. For details, phone 0800 24 6000.
If you thought Swiss Air only flew to Switzerland, we'd like to point out that as well as 54 places in Europe, we can also fly you to Africa, the Middle East, Far East, South America, North America, and of course, bring you right back home again. Swiss Air. How very civilized.
Du hast einige Leute ziemlich verblüfft in der Firma.
Oh ja? Warum?
Darum. Wenn ich die Wahl hätte...
Ich mag einfach die Art, wie er gebaut ist.
Ich verstehe, was du meinst. Schnell?
In England nennen sie es Fastback. Wann musst du bei der Staatsgalerie sein?
Wir kommen gut voran.
Faszinierendes Gebäude, nicht?
Ja, stimmt.
Britischer Architekt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Beignets, Heinziers, bacon. Delicious.
Millions of little Britons have grown up great knowing beans means Heinz.
We're gonna make your day. In this week's Sunday Mirror magazine, Clint Eastwood comes clean about just how dirty Harry is. Angie Dickinson is ready to blow the lid off her Hollywood love life. Leslie Grantham talks exclusively to the Sunday Mirror about why Dirty Den had to die. And a revealing new sex survey asks, are men really still beasts? Also, who's wearing what and wearing well? It's all in this week's Sunday Mirror and big colour glossy magazine. It'll make your day.
The easy way to find out what's on TV, anytime, any channel, is to page Oracle Teletext.
Live Sunday at 3. Bristol City take on Nottingham Forest in the Littlewoods Cup semi-final.
Littlewoods Cup, only on ITV. Don't miss it.
A brand new series starts next weekend.
What do today's women think they're playing at? Don't they know we loved them the way they were? Before they decided to turn themselves into men?
Isn't it time we taught the men a thing or two about chicken breasts?
They've completely lost their femininity.
Eat your heart out.
I mean, how are the rest of us supposed to feel?
Is he perfect or what?
Floyd on TV next weekend.
please welcome the 2-times world champion, Alex Higgins.
Yes, a solid start for Davis, but now it's the one-legged hurricane that needs a sustained spell at the table. And we'll see how the match develops after the break.
Billy and Bobby
I'm Billy. I'm Bobby.
will see if they can tell sugar from Canderel. Billy and Bobby...
No, I'm Billy.
Bobby and Billy will now try with desserts. Bobby...
He's Bobby.
Billy.
He's Billy.
Bobby, Billy, Bobby. Anyway, when it comes to sugar and Canderel...
And Billy. And Bobby.
Can you tell the difference? Isn't it time you moved over to Canderel?
On with the quick-fire section, fingers on the buzzers. Who was Britain's last coalition Prime Minister? Contestant number 2.
Winston Churchill.
Correct. Gozzers, pinkies and... Contestant number 2?
Types of fishing bait.
Correct. Who discovered... Number 2 again?
Louis Pasteur.
Correct. Where might...
In your ear.
Correct. What...
7.
Huh?
Runner beans.
What...
H2O.
Yeah, I bet he drinks...
Carling Black Label.
Your best bet for a fuller flavour.
Carling Black Label.
Live on Sunday at 3. Don't miss our exclusive coverage of the Littlewoods Cup semi-final clash between Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. After the 1-1 draw in the first leg, can the third division hopefuls from Bristol rob Brian Clough's top-class lineup of a place in the Wembley final? Find out on Sunday at 3. Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest in the Littlewoods Cup, live and only on ITV.
Yes, welcome back to Derby. Well, a break now, and then we can show you how the Tony Meo-Colin Roscoe match finished. That's next.
You're looking sharp, you're looking good, you've come so far. We know how to make the most of who you are. Father to son, it's what we've always done. Gillette's the best a man can get. On so many faces, it's plain to see. We give you all we have to give. For all a man can be. Where the race is run, you're the champion. Gillette.
The Gillette Contour Plus system with Lubristrip for the best a man can get.
Meet Mr. Wheeler. He's a good, careful driver, which is more than can be said for some people. But he's paying too much for his car insurance. Why? Because he's lumped in a group with other drivers. Don't look, it'll only encourage him. However, the insurance service puts you in a group of 1, so the better you drive, the less you pay. Because you're no longer paying for other people's mistakes. For an individual insurance service, get a quote from the insurance service.
If you've ever had to face indigestion, after a hasty lunch for instance, take Settler's Tums in cherry, lemon and orange for express relief from the discomfort. Fruit-flavoured Settler's Tums. Let your food rest in peace.
In America, there are skyscrapers, hamburgers, interstate highways, rock and roll bands, spaceships, bustling cities. And there's New England. Fly TWA to Boston for the best of America.
And welcome back to the British Open. Well, of course, we're back tomorrow with more big names in the British Open. Times of our programmes do vary, so do check with the TV times. Until then, from all of us, it's goodbye.
Live on Sunday at 3. Don't miss our exclusive coverage of the Littlewoods Cup semi-final clash between Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. After the 1-1 draw in the first leg, can the third division hopefuls from Bristol rob Brian Clough's top-class lineup of a place in the Wembley final? Find out on Sunday at 3. Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest in the Littlewoods Cup, live and only on ITV. Next Saturday on LWT, Taggart, the movie. The Killing Philosophy.
A guy escaped from Carstairs last night. He used to live about here. We have to know if he's your attacker.
I didn't see his face.
You have a sexual psychopath.
Try the eyes.
Windows to the soul. Destroy the eyes, you destroy the person.
Taggart, the movie, next Saturday at 9:05.
It is a small problem here, but a problem that will agitate the little grey cells most adequately.
Hi, Willie. I just bought this Alston pills. Most of the sugar turns to alcohol, you know. It's a remarkable process.
I'll see you later, Dick.
Where you going, Willie?
Where do you think I'm going?
Please, this one, Willie. No. Here's an opener. Barman charged me a quid for that. He's a bigger cowboy than you are. Shut up.
A Holston Films production.
Dear sis, we all miss you. Even Harold hasn't stopped ringing. Oh, and by the way, Mum says, mind you get something hot to eat lunchtime. Typical.
Make your day, take away from the sign that says you're welcome. A visit to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, P.S. What are the fellas like?
Makes your day.
Natrel Plus, a new antiperspirant with plant extracts. Works in harmony with your body. Natrel Plus, long-lasting Natrel protection.
Hi, I just moved in next door. Could I borrow a Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Yes.
Be right with you. When you go all out for taste, go for the great taste of Diet Pepsi.
You okay in there?
Here's your Diet Pepsi.
Thanks. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all.
Taste. The difference with Diet Pepsi.
Well, they've lived with me since they got wed, but now I'm pleased to say my daughter and my son-in-law are about to move away. At last, a place of their own. Now, they've got their mortgage from the Leeds, because when it comes to your first home, you can trust the Leeds to give you help as well as give a loan, which could be up to 3.5 times your salary. Now, I got quite emotional on the day that they moved in. Tears of sadness for my girl and tears of joy for him. He'll be a big hit with the neighbours.
Leeds Mortgages. Special rates now available.
Exclusive coverage of the Littlewoods Cup semi-final clash between Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. The match, only on ITV.
Arkley Lane near Barnet, 7:45 p.m. Thursday, 2nd of February. A newsagent arrives home from his shop in Muswell Hill. He doesn't know what awaits him.
In sight! Turn the alarm on. Where's the cash?
There's nothing here.
Where is the cash?
There's no cash here.
Tell me where the cash is, I'll cut your nose off.
It's not here, it's not here.
Where is it?
It's at the shop.
The two men want money, but they search the house in vain.
Are these the keys to the shop in Muswell Hill?
Yes, yes.
Don't move for 2 hours, or you're a dead man. Go.
The attackers were both white. One average height, one short. They left the newsagent bound hand and foot in his own home. Crimestoppers need your help to stop crimes like this. Call 0800 555 111. Your call is free, you don't have to give your name, and you may earn a Community Action Trust reward. If you have information about this or any crime, call Crimestoppers now.
In defense of the realm.
Dennis Markham is not a traitor.
Do you consider yourself a patriot, Mr. Mullen?
Does that mean the aircraft are armed with nuclear weapons?
Where did you get that from? John le Carre?
Give me a break, Vernon. You know how it is. It's a bloody good story. Oh, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
This is the story of two sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell.
There's never been a better time to take out a personal pension. And of all the companies you could talk to, we like to think we are the brightest. Phone us now or ask your financial advisor.
On with the quick-fire section, fingers on the buzzers. Who was Britain's last coalition Prime Minister? Contestant number 2.
Winston Churchill.
Correct. Gozzers, pinkies, and contestant number 2?
Types of fishing bait.
Correct. Who discovered number 2 again?
Louis Pasteur.
Correct. Where might...
In your ear.
Correct. What?
7.
Huh?
Runner beans.
What?
H2O.
Yeah, I bet he drinks
Carling Black Label.
Your best bet for a fuller flavour.
Carling Black Label.